Imagine waking up every single morning knowing that you owe nothing to anyone. No credit card bills, no student loans, no mortgage payments, just pure financial freedom. Well, it sounds like a dream, right? But is it really possible in today's world? Let's dive into the world of debt-free living, and is it even possible for you? Hello everyone and welcome back to Ask a Debt Collector. My name is Jermaine McNeil and today I want to take a deep dive into the reality of living debt-free. We're going to look at the challenges and some of the strategy and some real life stories from myself with regards to seeing if this is even possible. If that's something that you want to look into, stay tuned. So first, let's jump into what exactly debt-free living is. Essentially, it's living without owing anybody anything, no debt at all. People pursue this type of life for many reasons, right? Stuff like receiving financial freedom, reducing stress, and having control over your finances. Now, I want you guys to understand something. Living debt-free doesn't come without its challenges. Now, the cost of high living in many states can make it very difficult to live debt-free. And then let's not get into unexpected expenses. Things like medical emergencies can throw a big wrench in your plans. And let's not forget we're in America where everybody's trying to keep up with the Joneses, right? I always like to tell a story of when I bought my first car. I bought a Dodge Charger. A 2008 Dodge Charger. This was in 2007, towards the end of the year. When those cars came out, they were very popular. And it was used. It had about 15,000 miles on it. But what caught my eye is the mere fact that it had 22-inch rims on the car already. This car dealership, when they got this car, they actually went and put 22-inch rims on it to make it more appealing to someone like me. I saw the car in gray with 22-inch rims, and I said I had to have it. And the reality is, after about a year of making that monthly payment of about $600 a month, the car ended up getting old to me. And I realized that I bought that car sheerly because I wanted to show off. And I didn't buy the car that I actually needed. The car broke down, I had some issues with it, and I ended up defaulting on my payments. So the reality is, how can you live a debt-free life? It starts with effective budgeting and financial planning. Now, when I say budgeting, one of the things that I always tell people is you're gonna have to look at your necessities versus your luxuries, right? Necessities are stuff that you have to pay for, like your rent, your car payment, cell phone bill. Luxuries are stuff that you don't necessarily need. Now, this is always a very tough thing when I get clients, convincing them to get rid of luxuries, because a lot of times people think that their luxuries are necessities, and depending on what's going on in your life and how much debt you are in, you're gonna have to be able to decipher the difference between luxuries and necessities. Creating a realistic budget helps you track your spending and prioritize your savings, right? Most of us should have 3 months at bare minimum of expenses in your savings in case you lose your job, so that way, if you did lose your job, you have 3 months to find another job because you have that budgeted in your savings. And obviously, the biggest thing, spending below your means. One of the things I always state is currently right now, my brother-in-law had a job for a long time making really good money. And once the job was sort of kind of downsizing and whatnot, he could have stayed at the job and took a lesser pay cut. But because he was very smart with budgeting, he saved up well over a year of expenses with regards to his bills. So I just talked to him literally a couple days ago at my son's track meet, and it's been 6 months and he hasn't been working. And I asked him, okay, well, how much longer are you going to go without working? He said he has saved up a little over a year and a half of time, and he's enjoying his time in peace with regards to that. And because he lived below his means, because he could very well have lived above his means, he's able to take this time off and take his time with regards to finding a job. And that's why budgeting is very, very key. And another thing I don't want you guys to look over is the power of income diversification. What do I mean by that? Some of you guys may have a 9-to-5. You may have to get a gig job, right? Driving for Lyft or Uber. I always let people know one of the things that helped me at a very tough time with my business early on was driving for Lyft and Uber. The awesome thing about that when I first started doing that, which is a lot different now, I would say, was getting in the car and meeting people different. Now, driving Lyft and Uber in San Diego, which is a very, very awesome place. It's a vacation spot. Not only did I enjoy, obviously picking up people and making money. The cool thing is whatever you make at that time span, you get the money, so you don't have to wait 2 weeks to get the money, number one. And then number two, I got to meet people that I would never meet. And in doing so, I met some very, very cool people. But nevertheless, side gigs and other passive income streams can help. Now, for me, it was all about changing my mind state, right? We live in a society where looking a certain way means a lot, right? As we all know, a lot of times when people are dressed up in the designer stuff, you can look at them and to the naked eye, if you don't understand finances, that person with all of those name brand stuff a lot of times are broke. They have no money in the bank. So one of the things I had to do was focus on needs over wants. That goes right back to what I was saying, necessities versus luxuries. Needs are stuff that you're gonna have to do. Wants are stuff that can be left on the back burner. And I had to find creative ways to enjoy life without spending. Me and my wife would go on dates. That's one of the things we try and do once a month. At one point, when the finances are good, what do those dates consist of? Going out, grabbing a drink, going out of town. But when we're trying to save money, we can do things like picnics. We can do hikes. Now, is debt-free living sustainable for everyone? That's the real question. It has its pros and it has its cons. Now, while it offers financial freedom and reduces stress, it simply might not be feasible for everyone, especially those with significant financial obligations. It's very important to tailor your financial strategy to your personal circumstances and goals. So in summary, living debt-free is a challenging but rewarding journey. It requires discipline, planning, and sometimes a shift in lifestyle. If you need help, whether you have debt that you're trying to get rid of, collections and charge-offs, guess what? I can help you out absolutely for free. So, a lot of people are gonna always ask, well, what's the catch, Jermaine? How are you able to offer this for free? The reality is there isn't a really catch. If you're cleaning up your credit, you're gonna have to get credit monitoring. A credit monitoring service that shows all 3 credit reports on your credit: Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. All I'm saying is you have to sign up for credit monitoring using my partnership link. This helps me give you Credit Complete Pro absolutely for free, which is a step-by-step guide showing you from start to finish how to clean up your credit. So once you join my private community, you'll be in a community with over 100 people cleaning up their credit, which will help you out with regards to that. You'll get access to Credit Complete Pro absolutely for free. Just remember, sign up for credit monitoring, as well as I do live Q&As once a week, every Monday, to answer questions depending on where you're at in your journey as far as cleaning up your debt or building credit. And then I even extend it to business credit, which is the key of all credits. It's the best thing. So down below, join my community, sign up for credit monitoring, start cleaning up your credit absolutely for free. Now, if you have any questions, put it down in the comment section. I promise I'll answer those questions. And like I always state, you be